Okay, for this game, I'm going to show you standing, but it can be done just as easily and effectively in a seated position as well. So this is a tracking exercise. It's very simple, but it's a zigzag pattern. So we're going to go from left to right, back and forth in a zigzag. So just starting over here, letting my head be turned with it, and just going to follow, pass it to the other hand. Doesn't have to be a perfect zigzag. Right, so we're locked onto the ball, and to get even more specific, you're going to lock onto a letter or number. So I'm going to lock onto the number 5 here, and then track that on that zigzag. And when I can't reach anymore, I'm just going to pass it to the other hand. So that's allowing your head to move with your eyes. So a little bit more challenging version of this is keeping the head very still and only tracking with your eyes. So it's not going to be quite as big, so I'll lock onto a new letter or number. Let's see, I've got the letter R here. I'm going to keep my head as center as possible, but allow my eyes to look over to see that R, and then just track the R as it travels in that diagonal. Still passing to the other hand. Now I'm showing kind of a moderate to quick speed, so you could always slow this down to make sure that you can stay locked onto it. And you may notice that your head wanting to drift right and left to kind of follow it. That's really normal because it's challenging to keep your head still and to only move your eyes. It's much easier to let your head move too. So if you find yourself having to keep adjusting back to center with your head, that's really normal. So don't worry about that. Just make the adjustment and keep it fun and keep it light for yourself. Don't get too serious about your perfect head, right? So again, we're going to take that ball over here, keep my head centered, just my eyes tracking. I've got the letter M, and just tracking on the diagonal, just making sure that you're breathing, that you're not holding your breath. I know for me, it's a little harder to go to the right. I have less range of motion in my eyes, so you probably might even notice my head tending to want to turn when I'm this direction, my right. So that's extra hard for me, so I have to really make sure that my head stays center, which means I might not go as far with the ball to get that challenge because I just don't have that range that way. So you might find it's different for you, but it's pretty common to have one side that's easier than the other. So when I'm going to my left, I have a much greater range of motion with my eyes. They're stronger that direction. Right? So real simple, but also really powerful. And so if you've been sitting and staring in one place all day, or you just feel like you're a little bit strained in your upper body, this is a great exercise to do. It's really quick. Just play for like a minute or so, and make sure you're breathing and keeping it, light and fun and not too serious. And if you have any questions about how to do this or any game, please reach out and let me know. I'm always happy to help. Go give it a try.